always saying, are you a top or a bottom? Are you a top or a bottom? I am afraid. I'm afraid to touch you. I'm afraid for you to touch me. Let's sit 6 feet apart and invite my mother over.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that makes growing up gay harder than growing up straight, but can you imagine living your whole life and every time you have sex, every single time, there's a risk that you could make a fucking baby? Jesus.
When people ask me what my pronouns are, and I'm like, yeah, they or she is fine, it's true. But when someone uses they for me, I feel like flooded with warmth. And when someone uses she for me, I'm like, I exist, I've been perceived. So, it's fine, especially if you're queer, but if you a straight person, I'm not a she to you.
Talking tough so I can hear it in his tone. I slapped him with the chrome and put a...
So not often, kind of often. I will, on occasion, and it's not gay, but I will sleep with women.
Oh my god! Oh my god.
Am I a man or am I a muppet? Am I a muppet?
Hey trans guys. I'm in so much pain. But I just wanted to come on here and ask, why aren't we calling it a clique? That would be so cute.
I'm pansexual, which means that I'm attracted to every man who's ever paid attention to me, women that scare me, and Zendaya.
Are you AMAB or AFAB? Ah, common misconception, I'm actually ASAP. Assigned sexy at birth. Mine looks like horrible.
This is different types of gay people reacting to being told I love you out of the blue by their partner. Babe, yeah, I love you. I love you too. Babe, I love you. Ew. Babe, I love you. Gay. Babe, I love you. Thank you. What did you do?
This Olympic athlete is LGBTQ+. This has got to be the cutest story of the Olympics. Talk about power couple. Amanda of Team USA Softball and Anissa of Team Mexico Softball competed against each other in the Olympics. And I cannot get over this quote from Amanda's Instagram. While we do step on the field as opponents, we step off the field as fiancés. My gay heart.
I'd just like to say that I'm a proud member of the LGBTQ community, and that is the Let's Get You Back to Therapy Quickly community. I am a proud member, card carrying in fact. Get some help.
So I have a recent self-discovery that I'd like to share with you guys. A self-discovery so large, I had to hit y'all with a whole new wardrobe, okay? And the thing that I've discovered about myself is that, bitch, I'm gay. I am a whole lesbian out here, and I've always been. What? I've gone my entire life thinking that I was bisexual but heteromantic, and well, the gag is, girl, you like that kitty, all the kitty, and nothing but the kitty. And I want to turn this into a series where I talk about the path to this discovery, because I got a good feeling there are a lot of women who are like me, who think you're one thing, but no, sister girl, you're gay. So we're going to talk about it, because learning this about me has helped me make so much more sense to myself, and it has been so affirming, and I want that for as many women as possible. I just gotta say, it feels so good to know that my future romantic happiness will have nothing to do with males. Y'all, I'm gay. Ah!
Am I thrilled that this is the topic of my first 3-minute video? Absolutely not, but approximately 7 of you wanted it, so here it is. Welcome to my TED Talk on why I think Lightning McQueen is transcoded. The main point I wanted to focus on was one that stood out to me almost immediately upon my rewatch of the first Cars movie 2 nights ago. There are multiple instances, a few of which happen very early on in the film, in which it is mentioned that Lightning McQueen does not have headlights and a horn in one specific case with Mater. And speaking of Mater, it's worth noting that these conversations about his lack of headlights and a horn seem to occur mainly, if not only, in the presence of or brought up by other male cars. Yes, it is worth noting, of course, that Sally affectionately refers to him as Stickers in reference to his headlights being fake and, in fact, stickers. But whenever it's brought up around or by other male cars, it seems to be a ridiculing, questioning, or even shocked tone. I also have the memory span of a goldfish, not the actual animal, they're pretty intelligent in reality, but rather the goldfish cracker. So if there are other instances of female cars bringing this up, then please correct me if I'm wrong. Now, some of you at this point might be saying, but wait, Maddie, you just mentioned Sally. There's a bunch of other female cars that have headlights. Well, welcome to my personal hell that is the Cars rabbit hole that I ended up throwing myself into headfirst. Assuming that headlights are a typical feature of both male and female cars in the Cars cinematic universe, what if Lightning wasn't male or female? In Cars 2, he finally does get real functioning headlights. Which, while it was not my immediate word-for-word thought process when I first looked this up, upon giving this same exact TED Talk to my best friend Danny last night, he summed it up pretty well. Unfortunately, this conspiracy theory does not end here. Now, in spite of the fact that this is my third time, unfortunately, being hyper-fixated on the Cars cinematic universe, I don't consider myself an expert on the series, nor do I expect most of the people watching this video to be one, so I guess we'll all take it as a shock that Lightning is not, in fact, his real first name. Yes, I took this information extremely personally and experienced all 5 stages of grief within half a second. I genuinely feel like shit for dead naming him in front of all of you. I know it says it's more of a nickname, but it still makes me feel awful. Lightning is not his first name. His real first name is Monty. I am so sorry to do that to you, King. At this point, you're probably saying, Maddie, what does it all mean? Well, I will tell you. Between the lack of features that are common in and even expected of both male and female cars, as well as changing his name from something masculine to something far more gender neutral, Lightning, Ka-chow, I'm a very famous race car, McQueen, is an intersex but assigned male at birth non-binary person. Car. And continues to use he, him pronouns on top of it because we stan a king. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
And we're gonna try it out.
Is it working?
Shampoo, conditioner, body wash should just be one product.
Give me that. You know, Joe Rogan does make some good points.
Totally, bro. I think I'm gonna get a gun.
Dude, we should totally shoot each other. Also, flip-flops are a valid shoe.
Totally, bro. No homo, bro.
So am I going to put my pronouns in my bio? No, because my identity is not in my sexuality. It's in my Christ.
Would Jesus have a pronoun? The Bible says him and his, but can we really trust this? Would Jesus have a pronoun? What type of grammar to use for God's holiest dude? Hey Christians, welcome in. Heathens, keep scrolling. Recently, the queers and the sensitives have been talking about pronouns. I know by definition a pronoun is just a word that is used instead of a noun, but for some reason, the way they talk about it, I think about sex. Sex. Now you're thinking about sex. Sex. Now we're all thinking about sex. Adam and Eve. And is that what Jesus would want? Pronouns are just too sexy. So again, I ask.
Gay news, the Muppets just did something so big it will make you cry.
There you are! You missed our royal ball! We made the most of amazing princess. But they ran away, and all they left behind was this.
Everyone, there's something I need to tell you. The princess who came to your ball tonight was me. I'm Gonzarella.
But Gonzo, why didn't Vu tell us?
Because you all expected me to look a certain way. I don't want you to be upset with me, but I want to be me.
That's what she said. And you know what? What was that? Okay, James.
Hey guys, so my videos have been getting a little bit more attention recently. I actually just hit 31,000 followers. Thank you so much for that, by the way. But I saw a comment in my replies a lot where people were confused about the difference between sex and gender, so I hoped to explain that a little bit in this video. Gender has to do with presentation. It's the way you are perceived in society. So for example, I identify as female, and in doing so, I wear makeup, you know, I change my body, I take hormones, and all that is in the hopes that people look at me and see all these changes that are associated with feminine traits, and the way they perceive me will change, so they start to think of me as a woman. That's what gender is, whereas sex is what I have with your mom. Hope this helps.
I feel so cute in my outfit today, and I just wanted to remind you that my body is not an object for male fantasy, but it is an object for female fantasy. So girls, go ahead.
As the first queer person on the Hunger Games, I told everybody very clearly, if you do so much as look at me, it'll be homophobic during these games. How did I do it? Well, I manifested this victory for my district. Before I came onto the games, I looked at everyone's charts to know where they were vulnerable. Though my training score was low, they didn't take into account my ability to do hypnosis to get everyone to fight on my behalf. I flashed somebody as a distraction at one point. I'm not proud of it. No, the men were never a threat. They were just too easily tantalized. Men were much more clever, so I did flirt my way to the top. I did receive some backlash for using an amethyst crystal as a weapon, but try being in a situation where it's you and an amethyst crystal and a spear. Yes, they did call me the lesbo on fire, and I did put on a show. I was actually on fire at one point. Since my victory, my then girlfriend and I have gotten married, and we are now adopting 14 kittens.
Jamie?
I do.
Not yet. I was just getting your attention. That's all. Okay. Jamie, do you come here freely and without reservation to devote yourself to Melanie in marriage? If so, answer, I do.
I do.
You want a tissue?
Go off crying.
You okay? Mm-hmm.
Hey, babe.
Yes.
Is it your birthday?
Yes.
Good, because icing isn't the only thing I'll be smearing on your face tonight.
Haley! My mother's!
Here comes the man. Hello, adult man. Welcome, taxpayer.
Some people will be out here getting assigned a name at birth and then basing their entire personality around it. For who? The government? Your mom?
So how you been, bro? How's life been going? I'm struggling, bro. I'll be real. These fucking trans fat. What? Dude, you can't call them that. And even if they are fat, what the fuck does that got? Look, 1.5 grams saturated fat, 0 grams trans fats. I used to get trans fats for 10 a G. Oh, you talking like trans fat? Okay, I see. You gotta be a little more transparent. Nah, my parents are cisgender, dude. You got the brain of a cheeseburger, bro. Anyway, transition. So like the transition, how itchy are they? You damn near 2 brain cells away from a lobster.
VeggieTales announced that Bob the Tomato now identifies as gender non-binary.
The faith of millions of Americans rides on the genitalia of these vegetables.
Daddy, if Bob the Tomato isn't a boy, what about Eddie the Eggplant?
Don't worry, sweetie. He's still a full-ass hunky dude.
If this tomato is no longer a man,
He might as well no longer be a vegetable.
Tomato is a fruit.
Maybe according to you, but not according to God.
My God's not dead, he's surely alive. He's living on the inside, roaring like
we have to tell America the truth. That this tomato has big red balls and a fat old hog. Big red balls and a fat old hog. Big red balls and a fat old hog.
roaring like a lion.
Meow.